Hey everyone, so got some tools out here today, and I think today we're just gonna mess around with this jump some. So right off the bat, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all, because I don't want to be false advertising, right? I don't want y'all to watch this whole video thinking we're gonna be driving trucks today. We're not. We will test this next time I bring some trucks out, but I want to make a couple of minor modifications with this jump, because I'm tired of going over there to do backflips, and I'm tired of backflipping off the garage door, as fun as it is. So we're going to change this jump up a little. We're going to take a shovel and we're going to, can y'all see what I'm doing here? Yeah. So we're going to take this shovel and we're going to dig us a box out right here and make it just a flat wall. We're going to put some cinder blocks in here and we're going to make some little, so it's not such a aggressive transition. We're going to put a little bit of dirt at the bottom. But all the dirt I dig out is going to go on the back side here. And we're going to make this, hopefully, kind of like that jump over there, where it's just like a big sky jump. You can get a good run up to it. So, full disclosure, it is insanely hot out today. And, yeah, just, I don't know if I'm going to set the camera up to actually, like, do full-on shots of me or not. But I am not wearing a shirt, so if I do, just, you know, keep that in mind that yeah. So we're going to dig out here. And just pile it back there, I guess. All that crap out of there. Dig this as flat as we can. Come on. Man. Only bad thing about clay. Good luck digging it with a shovel. Yeah, it's probably, I don't know, a good 80 degrees out, 90 today. And it's been raining for a few, feels like months now, honestly. But, yeah. So, in order to not have a heat stroke, we're just gonna do this. And, I'll set the camera up somewhere else here in just a second. Stick handle. Whew. Alright, I wish I had one more cinder block. I'd like to stack them each 2 high, but I don't think I got another one laying around anywhere. Let me go look. So this guy here is a solid block, as in there ain't no holes in that bad boy. This is a I call them trailer blocks, because this is what you use for things like setting up trailer houses. It's actually where it came from. And it's heavy. This one here don't play around, buddy.
Let me set it there.
All right. So some of this dirt is actually going to go down inside of these just to kind of help hold them together a little better, huh? And then we'll fill it all the rest of the way in.
Might not have enough dirt sitting here for this. May have to go dig some. Let's hope not. Where can I dig me some dirt from? Oh, there's a pothole around here. Oh, that's some soft dirt, that's nice.
What was that? Thought I broke the shovel. Oh, just a big old rock. Now, for the top on this side, I'm probably not going to stack dirt up to it. All the force of it getting hit is going to be pushing this top block into the dirt on the other side of it. So I don't expect to have any problems with it. If I ever do, I'll stack some dirt up on it.
I'm just trying to get a smoother transition on it. Alright, time to go and put some stuff on the other side. That one caught my back. That was clean, man.
I might have to pack dirt on this side. Keep this back here from pushing against these too much. Let's go get some more dirt and put it on the other side. So I've been building ramps out of everything from dirt to 5-gallon buckets and 2x4s for most of my life. Me and my friends used to hang out and ride bicycles and dirt bikes and four-wheelers and all this other stuff. And one of the things we would do is make ramps out of random junk laying around. And I've got the scars to prove it. See, the way I grew up was kind of weird. We got a new generation of kids growing up on video games, which is fine. I play video games myself, so I can't say one thing about it one way or another. But I was born in between those two generations. In the 90s, grew up in the early 2000s, where we grew up on video games, but we also grew up on video games being our inspiration for doing things in real life. So, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, let's see, Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX, Freakstyle, MX versus ATV Unleashed, those types of games. And I wasn't raised in a generation that said, you can't do that, you're going to hurt yourself. I was raised in a generation of, screw it, give it a shot, see what happens. I say I was raised in that generation. Maybe I wasn't. That's just how I lived my life. It wasn't really important as to whether it would work or not. It was important just to do it. That was what we did. We did stupid things. Generation influenced by things like MTV's Jackass and Viva La Bam and things like that. So building jumps made out of sketchy materials wasn't that big a deal. Especially considering we own 24 acres with a big lake on it. And one of the things we used to do was take bicycles and jump them off into that lake. We got a creek bed that runs down behind my house. And one of the dumbest things I believe I ever did as a kid, we got a cliff, right? It's probably about, I don't know, 7, 8 feet up. Well, we built a little dirt mound at the top of it, and I decided I was going to take this little bitty bicycle and jump it off of this cliff into the water below. Well, it didn't go too well. The water was only about 3 feet. Actually, it was less. I know it was less because I could sit on my butt and my chin was above the water. How do I know this? Well, that's exactly what I did when the bicycle pinned me under the water, because I didn't bail off the bike like I wanted to. So anybody who's ever death gripped something, you know what that's like. Well, all of my friends are there cheering me on. I'm being stupid. And I jumped this bike off this cliff. And my idea was to bail off of it. You know, everything would be fine. I'll just bail off, right? Because that's how my dumbass generation was. We didn't think about the consequences. We just did it. Especially when you're 12, 13 years old hanging out with your friends. So I jump off this, I go to jump off the bike and realize I can't jump off the bike. And anybody who's been in midair freaking out knows what it's like when everything kind of goes into slow motion. And that's what happened. I remember very vividly, I had enough time to tell myself, let go, let go, let go. And I didn't let go. Well, I hit the front, I hit the water front wheel first, head over heels, and tacoed the front wheel, bent the handlebars over. I think I sprained my wrist. I don't know. I didn't go to the hospital for it. It was sore for a couple days, I can tell you that much. And twisted my ankle. I think, was that accident or the other one? There was one accident where I ripped my shin open on the metal pedals that I had on my bike. So that wasn't a smart idea. But I can't remember if it was that incident or another one. But yeah, I was trapped underwater because the bike got stuck in the mud. So I barely have my chin out of the water. And my friends are sitting there laughing their asses off. And this is how you know you got good friends. When you're in trouble and they decide not to help you, but instead they laugh at you, that's how you know you've chosen the right friends in life. Those are the type of people who would be there to do any sketchy thing you ask of them. And yeah, I finally got the bike off of me, stood up in the water, and all of my friends, all 2 of them, started cheering. So that was, that's the type of dumb stuff I grew up doing. And when you consider things like that, building ramps out of plywood, 2x4 and 5-gallon buckets, well, It's really not all that sketchy in comparison. There we go. Yeah, you asked me about dumb things I did in my childhood. I'm surprised I'm still alive, to be honest with you, because some of the choices I made, they had consequences, put it that way. I am covered in scars from riding four-wheelers through woods. So what me and my friends used to do is we'd go down into the bottom with a four-wheeler and a chainsaw and a machete and whatever else we felt appropriate. I mean, there were times we were down there with hacksaws, not even joking, cutting trails out of the woods. And on more than one occasion, it was decided that instead of cutting down all the brush, we would just run the four-wheeler straight through it. Well, an Arctic Cat 650 with no hand guards is not a good idea to run through vines. So I got a couple scars on my knuckles from vines wrapping around the handlebars and sliding across my hands. Just being a dumb kid and not thinking, you know, going into this brush at, I don't know, 10, 12 miles an hour, however fast it would have been. And you hit these vines and they drag across you, you know, you're wearing a pair of shorts and a short sleeve shirt and nothing else. You get some scars. But that's how we did it when I was younger. Some people still do it that way today, and they're twice my age. Those are the type of people I like. They ain't afraid to get dirty. Ain't afraid to have a little fun. I had somebody ask me once, because I was telling them all these stories. I had them ask me why I didn't take more measures to keep myself safe. You know, I told them, I said, well, for one, I was a kid, and that type of stuff never crossed my mind. My friend told me, hey, go over there and hit that anthill on your bicycle. It's a perfect jump. Shit, I'd do it. And then they would do it right after me. And then one of us would inevitably wind up falling into the ant pile. It's just how it was. That was me and my friends. I don't know if that's indicative of my generation, 90s, early 2000s. I mean, to me that sounds more like something 80s kids did, but it's what I did. I enjoyed every minute of it, except for the occasional injury. So, we owned a Yamaha three-wheeler growing up. I don't remember what model it was. It was not a high-performance model. It was, you know, it had the racks on the back of it and everything. It wasn't like a Honda ATC or anything like that. But I remember right here in this driveway, my cousin was driving it around, and he told me not to, but me being a kid, I hopped on the back of it and stood on the back axle, or it wasn't the axle, I can't remember. I know I was standing somewhere. Either way, I had my fingers in the bar on the back. Well, this bar had these gussets with holes drilled in it. And I decided it'd be a smart idea to stick my fingers through those holes in that gusset. Well, he took a corner, my feet slipped, and I got dragged on my knees by my fingers, which were stuck in the gussets, the holes in the gusset bracing. And I laughed it off at first until I looked down and realized there was a bunch of blood running down into my shoe. Tore my knee clean open, straight to the bone. That wasn't a fun day. Had plenty of fun up until that point, but it wasn't a fun day when it happened. riding dirt bikes. Never knew how to ride a dirt bike. Had to learn it on my own. One was brought home one day. First thing I tried to do was a wheelie. That didn't end good. It was one of those little semi-auto, you just let off the gas and pull up on the clutch lever, or the shift lever. Well, I figured out that you could drop it down into neutral, rev it up, pull that shift lever up, but it'd still be in neutral till you let off on it. And I was popping wheelies, and I got a little too arrogant with it, and flipped the bike straight up over backwards on me. Luckily I was wearing a helmet because the handlebars got me right in the forehead. But again, that's the type of stuff I did as a kid. But I was also like today's generation where we played a lot of video games. So I kind of grew up in the middle ground. And I really wish, I very much wish that more kids grew up how I did. Because you learn some very important lessons about life. And when you go and look back on all the stupid stuff you do, you realize, well, damn, that could have killed me, you know? There's so many things in life I did growing up that would have wound up with me not being here today. And yeah, don't know how I am. Same three-wheeler. So the same three-wheeler, we had a big hill down in the bottom, and we used to hill climb it. We had a four-wheeler. My dad had a Yamaha, was it a 300 or a 360 dirt bike? I don't remember. I want to say it was a 360. We used to hill climb this hill. Well, me and my stepsister were riding on this three-wheeler. I came down the hill, and I just lost it. And I think I rolled it twice and wound up pinned underneath it with the exhaust burning my leg because I'm a dumbass that was wearing shorts instead of pants like I should have been. Luckily my stepsister was thrown clear, but it had me up under it for a while. So yeah, growing up in the middle of nowhere with very few friends and very little to do, you find things to do, and it's not always safe things. Probably a good idea I didn't have more friends than I did, because the ones I had were a bad enough influence. Well, that's why I grew up doing the things I did, just because. So what I'm doing here is using my feet just to kind of scrape down this dirt, smooth it out a little. There we go. Alright, I think it's just about done. So, this is how it's looking. I would like to stack a little more up here, just about to where my foot is, but I'm worried I won't have that kick up top to flip it upside down and, you know, do a backflip off of it if I put any more dirt. If it calls for it, if I start having problems with it pushing them out, then we'll put more dirt in, but for now I think that's good. And I mean, I was jumping up and hitting this with my feet, you know, all 140 pounds of me, and it wasn't moving nowhere. So it'll rain a couple times, it'll wash it out, expose the top of these bricks here, and I'll pile more up top and just pack it down real good. This soft dirt's not the best thing to be making jumps out of, but it works. It's high maintenance, unlike clay, but it works. So this is going to be an issue. Going to catch an A-arm on that, I'm sure. Yeah, you see how much they're moving? I'm gonna have to add in more dirt. We'll do that later though. So we got a backflip jump on one side, and we got this little launch jump on the other. So here we go. That is this ramp updated how I want it. Test it out next time. I'm totally out of breath. I'm sweaty, covered in dirt and sand. I'm gonna leave y'all off here, and I'm gonna go inside and clean up. Yeah, it wasn't a very entertaining video today, I know. That's why I was out here telling stories to you, just to kind of pass the time. But yeah, a pretty solid jump. It's about knee height, so definitely going to be getting hit with a 5th scale. It's got the just absolutely perfect angle to it for anything. Hell, you could probably hit that on a mountain bike if the brakes didn't give way and the tires didn't dig in. But yeah, thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Oh, before I go, I got a video on my channel, the first build of this jump, Creighton 6S new jump built. It's got over 1,000 views. I don't know what YouTube's algorithm did. I don't know what y'all did. I don't know if y'all shared it, or if it was the groups I shared it to, or if YouTube's algorithm just decided to bless me. But for those of you who have watched that video, for those of you who have been part of that 1,100 views on it, whatever it is, it's over 1,000, I know. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate it. It does give me the will to keep on going with this, because I'll be honest, when one video on your channel has 1,100 views and then the majority of all the others have 20 to 50, it's kind of disconcerting. It's kind of sucks, because you wonder if it's just a coincidence or if you did something right. You go back and watch it 10 times, can't figure out what you did differently than the others. I've tagged all the videos correctly. It's just for some reason that one has a lot of views and none of my others do. So I do want to thank y'all for viewing that one and for helping it reach 1,100 views, or more than 1,100, but it does mean a lot to me. So thank you. I'll see y'all next time. Oh, it's not as bad on that arm. I'll do this one. See y'all next time.